Hi, I'm Brandon Harvey, National Literacy Specialist with McGraw-Hill Education, and I'm here to walk you through your Kindergarten Wonders sample box. So let's get started. So once you get your box out of the brown shipper, you're going to see that you just simply unfold, lift the header up, and pop it right down. First thing I want to let you know is that when you're evaluating materials for a 21st century learning classroom, of course, you have everything in print. But it's also good to know that everything that you have here in this box, plus more, is online. So the first thing you're going to see is this little Tearaway Sheet. This Tearaway Sheet gives you access to explore all of the wonderful online resources, such as ready-made presentations, data reporting, able to access leveled readers, all of the content right here online. So as we begin exploring this box of resources, the first thing you're going to say is it says, "Welcome to Wonders, start your review here." So if you'll pull out this card, this is a really great piece that's going to walk you through all of the key components to the Wonders resource. Also, right in front, you're going to see that Kindergarten Scope and Sequence. This Kindergarten Scope and Sequence is also one of those tools that can be found online in a PDF format so that you can download it, print it, or view it from your own device. Now let's get started looking at the resources for the student. Right here on the left side of the box, I'm going to start with this brand new piece known as the Reading Writing Workshop. The Reading Writing Workshop is a tool where students are collaborating. This is where we're rooting all of our instruction in listening and speaking, but it's also an interactive consumable. Now, this is not a workbook, but rather an interactive journal or portfolio. At kindergarten especially, this is a great tool so that students are able to cite text evidence when you're sharing that big book. They're also able to apply and practice all of those foundational skills which are so critical at kindergarten. Now I want to let you know in your sample box, everything is for Unit 4, Week 2. So you actually have the full Unit 4 Reading Writing Companion, but all of the tools here are centered around Unit 4, Week 2. As we move to the next piece, you're going to see that there is a trade book library. These are a great piece that you can use for independent reads. Maybe you just want additional read-alouds, or maybe you want to have book clubs or lit circles. So when you open it up, you'll actually see a list of the kindergarten novels, or trade books rather. You'll also see here there are lesson plans that support each one of those trade books. Also, another key piece to the literacy workshop in Wonders is what happens at that small group guided reading table. And so here you're going to see a folder for your leveled readers. One of the nice things to know is that all of these leveled readers are digital, online, as well as in print. We've sampled a range of texts for you at a range of Fountas and Pinnell guided reading levels. You'll also notice that on the back of each leveled reader, you have DRA benchmark levels as well as Lexile levels. You have a set of fiction and nonfiction books to use as a sample. And remember, of course, you have a set that go with Unit 4, Week 2. Also in here are our grab-and-go leveled reader lesson cards. These lesson cards are also a great tool for you to try out at the guided reading table. You're going to see some really key information about what makes this text complex, and of course at kindergarten it's going to be things like those foundational skills. You're also going to see a close reading routine where we're reading, we're writing, we're rereading as we're guiding through each one of these texts. So again, you can match students to text by genre, you can match students to text by skill, or by reading level. The choice is yours. All right, so I'm going to put all of these pieces, we have our leveled readers, classroom library trade books, and our reading writing companion back into that slot. Now in the back of your box, you're going to see another very important tool, which is a sample of one of your big books. And again, this big book supports Unit 4, Week 2. What can you do with a paleta? But you'll also probably notice that there's a little sleeve around your big book. This little wrapping here shows that there are 32 big books at kindergarten, and you can see all those various titles. What's great about this big book is that you're going to be using this for that shared instruction, for that teaching and modeling. You have your main read, but also do know that inside you have a paired read. So we're not only reading within the genre, but across genre as well. A key piece for instruction in kindergarten. Now as we move to the right-hand side of the box, you're going to see tools and resources for you, the teacher. Of course, right in front, is your teacher edition. And at kindergarten, there would be 5 volumes of your teacher's edition. This happens to be Units 3 and Units 4. Inside this teacher's edition is everything you need for reading, writing, listening, speaking, and thinking. Everything in here supports that whole group reading, writing workshop, but also that small group guided reading. Also over here, you're going to see some, of course, really practical tools for your resources to use, such as Practice Book. And again, this is a sampler that supports Unit 4, Week 2, a range of differentiated practice options. And of course, you have your assessment sampler. This has a few assessments from your unit and benchmark assessments that are supporting that Unit 4. If you want to see more assessments, I would encourage you to log on. And of course, you can see the full practice book by logging online as well. The next big tools you're going to see here are all of the hands-on resources that really make your Wonders classroom come to life. Here, when I open this up, you're going to see some samples of your sound spelling cards, visual vocabulary cards, also retelling cards. You have retelling cards that retell each one of your big books. Also interactive read aloud cards and of course station cards. And even at kindergarten, some samples of our decodable books. So these are some great hands-on tools that you may want to use to explore as you're teaching or if you want to do a sample lesson with your students. Now, the next kind of fun thing that's good to know is that you do have some information here, such as a resource overview, research efficacy, and information about EL instruction in Wonders. But I want to leave you with, we know that you use these tools to meet the needs of your teaching style, to meet the needs of your students. And so built into your Wonders Teachers Edition, as well as some extra pieces, we call it Teach It Your Way. Maybe you want to teach something in small group. Maybe you want to do something different than the way it's posted. Maybe you have your own district-aligned lesson planning tool. So what you'll find here is a sample of a Teach It Your Way template. This allows you to customize your lesson plans for mini lessons, small group. You'll find additional templates online that support Daily 5 or your reading and writing workshop. You can fill in these templates, slide your plans into this clear sleeve, and this sleeve snaps right into your teacher edition. This allows you to teach Wonders your way. But we also want you to make your classroom a fun and inviting format in your way. So you'll find a special envelope. So what we've designed for you are the files that you can use that allow you to make things that will work in your classroom. You'll see a range of templates that you can choose from. A couple of my favorites are the leveled reader organizer, so you can actually store those leveled readers. You have a weekly resources so that you have slots for all of those interactive hands-on tools and cards, but also a whole host of other labels for your guided reading books or your book bins. So you may want to check out if you have a Cricut or Silhouette machine, we'll provide the templates and those files for you. So all of this comes in on this other side of the box that supports all of your teaching and learning resources. You've got your supporting hands-on tools. Don't forget, if you want to view all of the practice, you can go online, as well as that all-in-one Teacher's Edition with that brand new support from Sesame Workshop for Social Emotional Learning. So I just want to leave you by saying thank you for taking the time to review your Wonders resources. We know how busy you are as teachers, and we know what an important decision it is, and we hope you'll consider adopting Wonders for your classroom.